YouTube, what is up? I need a new intro. I keep doing that one, the YouTube, what is up? I don't know. That was the first thing I said when I made a YouTube video. But maybe I can think of something better. But anyways, we got a workout today. It was supposed to be a full day of eating and training, but I got a new camera. I'll show right there. If you can even see her in that rear view mirror. A Sony ZF-1F. Don't know what any of those letters means, but it's a pretty dope camera. But anyways, I was recording everything today, and I was doing it in slow motion, and had no sound to it. So, hey, learn a little bit with it. New in the camera game, so, I'm going to have some faults early on. But anyways, I fixed it. I got the videos for the workout. So, it'll end up just kind of being a full workout, lower body day. So, it's a Monday. So, that means this is my current training split just because it's fun to do, but I do kind of 2 lower body sessions. So first session, lower body power work. So that's my jump in. That is cleans, all this cool stuff, fun stuff, get me primed, moving fast, moving good. And then a couple hours later, I'll do the lower body strength and hypertrophy. So my squat and lunging, glute ham raises, all that stuff. So been playing around with this format the last 4 weeks, and I've really enjoyed kind of splitting it up. 1, I get a little more volume in because you get like a little recovery in between. And 2, I love working out, so if I can work out more than one time a day, then that is a win-win. So kind of breaking up in that way too, get a little more time with it, but I'm stoked to use this camera. Also, audio, we're going to figure that out. I don't have a mic yet, so we'll see how this sounds. Hopefully it sounds pretty good, but yeah, I'm pretty stoked. Look at me, I'm a vlogger now, baby. I got the vlogging camera, we're making moves, baby. But anyways, we'll get into the lift. Did a little voiceover for it, but yeah, maybe we'll throw in some eating in it. We'll see. We'll kind of turn it into something. But yeah, essentially these videos will kind of be anything. They'll be full workouts, full day of eating and training, more longer form stuff. So try to provide educational stuff, just the way I like to train, stuff like that. So we'll kind of play around with it as we get rolling with it. But super stoked to get in this. Also, quality looks sweet. This is freaking awesome. All right, let's get into it. All right, getting into this lower body session. So a little double session today. So starting off session 1 with some power work here. So can do some jumps, some cleans, all that, move stuff fast. So kind of warmed up a little bit, moved out, but the knees were a little achy today. So start off with these pogo hops here. I just did 10 seconds. First 2 sets just kind of going more extensive, just getting off the ground quick, not trying to get as high, move the knees. And then the second 2, trying to go a little more intensive, trying to jump a little higher here. So yeah, my knees are usually a little, not cranky, but every now and then they're a little tight, especially prior to jumping. So did these today, kind of just a little pogo hop. So the goal of these, you're just trying to minimal bend in the knee, trying to hit the ground and get off as quickly as possible. This one's a little sloppy falling back, but gets the knees warmed up. I just did 10 seconds of each, trying to get off the ground nice and quick. Warm up the knees after a little dynamic warm up, and then I got into some jump in. So seated jumps today, seated hurdle jump here, the elite hurdle setup. If you need a hurdle, foam rollers, PVC pipe, you got yourself a hurdle. So here did 4 sets of 3. That's about 42 inches. I throw those plates at the bottom to add a little height, so kind of build it up each week. These felt springy as heck. Felt really good. And then I did the second variation that I really liked. Did 4 sets here of 2. Did a seated hurdle jump, landed, then went straight into that broad jump. So goal here, big jump, but it's that rapid transition from that vertical jump into that horizontal jump, trying to spend as little time on the ground as possible. And then got into a little contrast training. So I've been doing these overcoming isometrics. So this is a squat one. So goal of the overcoming isometric, you're pushing into an immovable object, so these J-cups, as hard as humanly possible. So what I did 3 seconds as hard as possible, took like a 5-second rest, 3 seconds again as hard as possible, another 5-second rest, and then 3 seconds. So one set is 3 reps of 3 seconds. So in the past, I was actually just doing like 5 or 6 seconds at a time by itself. But I saw Joe DeFranco, he kind of talked about doing them more in clusters. So it did 3 sets of 3 reps. Kind of like a little more because you get a little more out of it. And then with those, the goal is kind of ease into it. You don't have to slam into the J-cups, kind of have it set up, ease into it, push into it as hard as possible. 3 seconds, reset, do that 3 times. And then pairing that with a barbell jump, so trying to prime myself with those.
get some max force with those overcoming isos, and then had about 30% with the barbell jumps here. Just did 3 reps here. So dip down, pop up, try to jump as high as possible. Ended up doing 3 rounds of that, rested about 3 minutes in between each round. Felt pretty good, little priming session I like doing. I've been playing around with that throughout the last couple of weeks, doing a mid-iso thigh pull or a barbell. And then I got into my clean work. So worked with 80% today, which is 275, and just did 8 sets of 2. So did every 2 minutes on the minute, kind of get some more volume in. I pulled from blocks, so like right below the knees. Felt pretty decent today. Cleans are something I definitely want to continue to, I mean, I've cleaned forever, but there's some technical stuff that I could work on more, and so the catch, that's really been holding me back. So, but ended up doing these 8 sets of 2, and yeah, that was session 1 as far as the power work. And then we got in the second session, so came back, a little strength work here. So did 6 sets of squats, and I'm still wave loading it. I did 642 waves today, 642, 642. First set did 440 for 6, and yeah, I got almost buried by this. So the whole purpose of wave loading is you're doing 6 total sets, but 3 sets is considered 1 wave. So you're going down in reps, up in weight, so 642, and then you're repeating that again, but you're supposed to go heavier on the second one. I bit off a little more than I could chew on that first rounds, and that second time through I only got 5, 3, 2. But just one of those days, legs were a little heavy. But here, 440 for 6 on that first set. Didn't move as fast as I wanted, but got it. And then the second set went up to 455 for 4. Yeah, that wave loading protocol I've been doing. So I'm on week 5. The first 2 weeks, I did 5 sets of 8. And then I went heavier, 5 sets of 8 week 2. Week 3 and 4, I did 864, 864 waves. And then now week 5, I'm going 642, 642 waves. So I'll do that for this week and next week. Kind of get into more of an intensification block as far as like a little lower rep, a little more neurologically demanding sets with those 2s getting in there. But not the best squat day, but is what it is. Got the weight, moved it. And then this was the third set, 470 for 2. And I didn't record the last 3 sets, but ended up doing 445 for 5, 460 for 3, and then 470 again for 2. Again, a little burned down that second round. Should have been a little heavier, but kind of overcooked myself. So, win some, lose some. But anyway, second movement, heavy barbell reverse lunges. I love these. A single leg movement, especially a reverse lunge post squatting. It actually feels like, because you had such a heavy weight on your back with the barbell from squatting, that you're dropping it down so much. It is heavy for a single leg, but it feels light just because you're used to that heavier weight on the squats. So it's almost like taking that batting weight off of the bat, and it feels a lot lighter. But anyways, did sets of 6, 4, 4, 2. So this was, I think, set 3. I did 335 for 4 each leg. So the goal with these, trying to step back and nice and controlled. Like, the big thing is, like, you don't want your knee to crash and just thud off the ground. Like, obviously there's going to be a little bit of contact, which is fine, because when you have a heavy weight in your back, like, you control it as much as possible, and then a little tap on the ground and come back up. So I did 4 each leg there, and then got in the last set, which was 355 for 2 each leg. So end up only filming these 2 main compounds, the 6 sets of squats and then the 4 sets of lunges. But I end up, after doing all my accessory work, I did 3 sets of glute ham raises, 6 to 8, supersetted with 3 sets of leg extension, 10 to 12 range. And then I did standing calf raises, supersetted with a low back extension, 3 rounds there, and then I finished with some toes to bar. Just didn't end up recording all the accessory work, just got the main stuff today. But overall, good lift, turned out pretty good. Lost my balance a little on this last one, but got the second rep there. But yeah, thanks for watching, and I'll keep updating.